We're going to substitute that. I'm going to use the second equation. So we've got y is equal to negative 5 times 14 over 9 plus 7. So remember, when you multiply a fraction with a whole number, you put that number over 1, and then you multiply across. 1 times 9 is 9, and then 5 times 14 is negative 70. And then we want to add 7. We want to make that whole number a fraction. So we multiply 9 times 7. That's 63 over 9. That gives us 7. So these are equivalent. Then we got negative 70 over 9. And then negative 70 plus 63 is negative 7. And then we keep the denominator the same. So my y is negative 7 over 9. Okay, let's move on to the next one. This one, because they're both in standard form, we want to use elimination. And let's go ahead and multiply the top part by 2. We get 2x minus 2y equals negative 4. Rewrite the bottom one. So here, these cancel, so we end up with 0 is equal to negative 2. Because this is a false statement, that means there is no solution. Moving on to the next one. These are also semi in standard form. We need to make sure that our x's are lined up. So I'm going to just line them up down here. It's negative x, y, positive y is equal to 5. Just rewriting it. All right, so let's go ahead and multiply by negative 3. So they're the same, but opposite signs. So we end up with, I'll rewrite it over here, positive 3x minus 3y is equal to negative 15. And then on the top, we've got negative 3x plus 3y is equal to 15. Let's eliminate, these eliminate, these eliminate. So this is 0 on this side. These eliminate also. 0 is equal to 0. That means we have infinite solutions because this is a true statement. Okay, let's go on to the next one. We're going to multiply this by a negative 1. Or let's multiply the top number by negative 1. So we end up with negative 1x plus 2y is equal to negative 6. These cancel again. 0 is equal to negative 4. This is a false statement, so this is no solution. And then let's see one that we can actually solve. Okay, I'm going to change this so the x's are lined up. So we're going to do 4x plus y is equal to 12. Negative 2x plus y is equal to 6. This one I just rewrote it. All right. So with this one, it looks like we can cancel our y's easily. So I'm going to multiply the top one by negative 1. So I'm going to write it down here. This becomes a positive 2x minus y is equal to negative 6. When we add these two, we get 4x plus 2x, we get 6x. These cancel. 12 minus 6 is 6. We divide by 6, and x is equal to 10. So that's half of it. Our x is 1. Now let's go ahead and solve for y. Remember, you can use either one of those two equations. I'm going to use the second one. just looks like it has the least amount of negatives. So y plus 4x is equal to 12. Instead of x, we'll plug in the 1. So y plus 4 times 1 equal to 12. Y plus 4 is 12, subtract 4, and y is equal to 8. Let's look on the next one. We're going to rewrite it as a matrix and solve. Let's make sure our x's, our y's, and our z's are lined up. So our first matrix, we're going to use this one. Our first row, we're going to use the coefficient of this row. I'm going to put a 1 where we don't see any numbers as a coefficient. So we've got 1, -2, and 3. For the next one, we've got 2, -1, and +1. And for the last one, we've got -3, +2, and -2. Now let's go ahead and write our variable matrix. Our first variable is x, the second one is y, and the last one is z. And then we've got our constant matrix, and that is 7, 4, and -10. That is rewriting our system as a matrix. Now to solve it, I'm going to put it over here. In order for us to solve, remember we need to do our first matrix. Put that -1. So to solve, we need to put that inverse. And then we're going to multiply it times our B matrix, 7, 4, -10. And that should get us our x, our y, and our z. So after you put it in the calculator, you should get, we're going to do one example on the calculator. We go to menu, matrix. We want to create a matrix. And our first matrices is a 3 by 3. So 3 tab 3. And then let's type in our numbers. After we type in our numbers, we're going to go to the power of -1. So we need to do the inverse of our A matrix and then include another matrices that we're going to multiply, which is our B. And this one is 3 rows by 1 column. And then here we're going to enter 7, 4, and 10. So our answer is 18, 85, 53. 18, 85, 53, which means my x is equal to 18, my y is 85, and my z is 53. All right, so for the next one, notice how not all of the equations are in standard form. The first one is, the second one, we need to move that 2y to the left side. So we're basically subtracting the 2y. And then that's -17. We're going to move it to the right, and we're going to add 17. So let's go ahead and rewrite this. We're going to try to keep the order where it's x first. The y is, oh, that's 3x. The y is -2, and then plus 4z is equal to +17. Now on the next one, that -12 is my constant, so that's in the correct place. But this 7z, we're going to move it to the other side, and we're going to subtract it. Let's go ahead and write it where the x is first. And then we've got the y, and then we've got the z is equal to the -12. So now from here, we can write our matrix. So this is what your matrix should look like. And now to solve it, let's go ahead and put it in the calculator. And your answer should be, for your x, you should have 3, y -8, and z 2. So that's what it should look like on your calculator. So for these, we're writing the equation given the matrix. Remember, this r belongs to all of these. The s belongs to the second column, and then the t belongs to the last column. So to write it, we've got -6r plus 5s plus 2t is equal to -11. And then the same thing with the rest of them. Just basically working backwards. And that's it. The last one we did an example on in class, but let's go ahead and do number 14. Went to the store the first time. We bought 2 apples, 1 pear, and strawberries. So I'm going to use A for apples, P for pear, and S for strawberries. So we've got 2A plus 1P plus 1S is equal to 11. That's going to be my total. On the second trip, he bought 3 apples. So we've got 3A plus 4 pears plus 1 pound of strawberries. And that's going to be for $19. And then lastly, we've got 3 apples, 6 pears, and 5 strawberries, and that's equal to $43. So you want to set this up as a matrix, and then whatever your A is equal to, what your P is equal to, and what your S is equal to will represent the cost of each. Upload the rest of the answers on Google Classroom. Good luck!